My name is Daniel Jordan, and I am a research fellow at the University of Toronto. And my book is Coros y Danzas, Folk Music and Spanish Nationalism in the Early Franco Regime from 1939 to 1953. My book is about the Coros y Danzas, which were these folk music ensembles of the Sección Femenina, the women's section of the fascist Falange Party. I talk about how they went out into the countryside and collected songs and dances and regional dresses of these different communities throughout all of Spain's cultural and linguistic regions, and then transcribed them on individual song cards and dance cards and dress cards to sort of recreate the Spanish so-called peasantry, in quotes, in their own image, in the way they wanted to see Spain be in terms of national Catholicism or the relationship with Muslims and Jews in the Spanish protectorates in Morocco, for example. Going through the archives in Spain and seeing these documents, which are mostly untouched, especially in the regional archives in places like Cádiz, which is in southern Spain, or various places on the countryside in Castile, and trying to recreate these people's lives and their experiences and the way they were trying to, in some ways, empower themselves in these very, very difficult situations, in these paternalistic regimes in which they had very little other opportunities in some ways to, other than allying themselves with the states at the time. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that they will take away that starting with the official narrative of any state, whether it's a dictatorship or a democracy, or is only just the very beginning. And if you really want to understand what was happening, what people were actually doing, then you have to go into the individual actors and see how they were reinterpreting what was coming from above, because often it was very different and actually quite diverse. I'm hoping to inspire future research by continuing actually this work in the Franco regime, and to look at how this culture that was being invented, that was and being projected as being ancient, is still being performed and recreated today, and what does this mean for contemporary Spain and contemporary Spanish folk troops, for example, and also how Spaniards and people abroad think about Spanish history and culture.